The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back again, folks, and thank you for joining us on this special weekend. You know why it's special? Because it's springtime.
It is. It is. It feels. I went to the market last week, and it was so crowded down at the regional market.
Yeah.
I drove through it. I was there at prime time.
What did you go for?
I went because I like to pick up the veggies and stuff, and I just like to be at the market and of course grab something to eat while I'm there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it was so packed. I didn't stay. They'll all come back a little later. It was so crowded, and I don't like
shoulder to shoulder all the way. Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I like
tough.
a crowd, but I don't. It's just too much for me, and having to park and back up.
But you're so tall, you tower
I can
above
just see
everybody
over
else.
everybody. You know.
It was Mother's Day flowers.
It was Mother's Day flowers.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why it was so busy.
It was
There you
just,
go.
it was nuts. But I just love the market.
Good.
It's my happy place.
Well, it's a happy place just to be here on the Local Show with you.
You don't sound happy.
No. But Sheila's here, so I'm relatively happy.
Okay.
Sheila Ohstrom is the owner of Senior Home Care and Alzheimer's Solutions. How are you?
Great. Wonderful.
That's a very nice bobble you have around your neck.
Thank
What
you.
is that?
Thank you. It's stones.
Stones.
It's
really?
like handcrafted stones.
Wow, very
Makes
nice.
good
They
radio
polish
talking
them.
about things like that, Tom.
Yeah, it does. It gets them on the...
Do you understand? I'm trying to lead people to the YouTube.
To the YouTube, yes.
I just
Yes.
But so
I just got back from Italy.
Oh,
so
did you
that's-
really?
Yeah, I took a vacation.
Oh, that's nice. Boy, I wish I could do what you do. You had to sit on a plane, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah. How long?
10 hours.
Ah! Oh my gosh. I just had shivers. How do you do that?
It's an overnight flight. You sleep.
Do you really?
You can do it.
Were the people like the Italian here? Were they loud and they yell at each other when they're really
Yes.
happy?
Were they like
is
me?
that an American Italian culture?
No, they can be very loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not all, but yeah, they're very expressive.
Did you learn any Italian?
No.
At all? None at
terrible.
all. No.
Terrible.
How long did you stay for?
We were there for 11 days.
Okay. Well, what was the highlight quickly? What was the best part of the trip?
The boat tour we took on Cinque Terre.
Okay. See, you knew how to say
amazing.
Was
Cinque
there-
Terre.
Finally.
Was there fishing?
Is that in Venice?
So they fished.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Okay, I want to go already.
Yeah.
Did you go to Venice at all?
We
or
did
no?
not.
Okay.
No, they really don't want people going to Venice right
Oh,
now.
really? Why not? What's wrong?
Because it's just, it's basically sinking.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, they have put a lot of restrictions on tourism right now. It's just been over toured for so long. So
That's something else.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you back.
yeah, it was great. I'm revived, ready to go.
So what else is happening in the world of seniors?
Well, this is Older Americans Month, so there's been a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot more coming up. So I thought I would just, give
Yeah,
some
let's talk
people
about
some,
that.
some information of some activities that are going on out
So
there.
first of all, what constitutes an older American? Where's the age
Tell
delineation?
you, it really depends on your own persona.
Are you looking at older Americans right now with Tom and I?
We are.
Okay.
Yeah, geez.
Older Americans are considered 55 and up, so we're
Oh my
all
goodness,
there.
we're all there.
Yep.
Yes, okay.
And some of the things are geared for people a little older, a little younger. It just depends on the event. Like, for example, the Liverpool Library is doing a senior fair on May 24th. And it's open. You don't have to register. You just show up anytime between 1 and 3.
What's at a senior fair? That doesn't sound like something Tom or I would run to. Tell us why we
I
should.
would say maybe you wouldn't.
Okay.
Unless you were looking for help with, okay, soon I'm going to have to be on Medicare. And if I am, how do I know how to do that?
Okay.
And, these different fairs will have people who can help you down that path of, how do I figure out what Medicare plan I need to be on? Some of these fairs also have places you can live. And I'm not talking about assisted living. I'm talking about, independent apartments that are more community based. So you might have some of that.
Right.
So that's the nice thing about these fairs. There's a little bit of everything.
Gotcha.
And there'll be companies like me there at some of them. So that gears more towards the older.
Tell folks what you
folk.
do in case they haven't heard you before.
Yes, in case you haven't heard before, Senior Home Care Solutions is a company that helps people in their homes, and we help people with dementia and people who don't, people with dementia and without dementia.
Right.
And we do a little bit of everything: cooking, cleaning, housekeeping,
companionship,
engagement, transportation to doctor's appointments if you're a client, and different activities, things of that nature.
Gotcha. You might take them to one of these activities for the senior fair.
Yeah, or the Liverpool concerts in the park are starting to line up soon.
I love those.
Yeah,
They're wonderful.
was talking about that.
Yeah, they're coming up soon. They start in May. And go into those in the evening. They have them a couple times a week, and you can see the different
What other
things.
events outside of Liverpool? What else you got there?
So one of the big events coming up, you'll hear about later, which is the Alzheimer's conference, but she's coming in. The other one is the CMY Senior Housing and Information Fair. That's going to be on the 29th of May at the market.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. And it's going to be in the big F shed, which is all the way in the back. It's the nicest shed. We have music that will be playing. The Corvette Club is coming. So this is an event that's geared for people 55 and older. And we have Huey's House of Pancakes coming. And oh my God.
I haven't heard of them.
Like, oh my God, they are to die for.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they have protein pancakes? Low carb?
No.
No.
Not that day for you.
Gluten-free? No.
He does a great job. But the CNY Senior Housing and Info Fair, it gives people who are heading towards retirement what things they can do. Like the different programs through the arts and the libraries and, bus tours, all those types of things. In addition to that, places you can live, and for if you're in your younger years or if you're in your older years, and everything in between.
Gotcha.
Now tell us about your big memory event here in the fall.
Well, I figured we could hold off and do that maybe in the next one. Just because I don't want to confuse everybody. Alzheimer's Association is having theirs coming up on the 22nd.
Okay.
The 22nd of what?
Of May.
Of May, okay.
And there's another event on the horizon this fall that you did last year.
And it's going to be in September, and it's going to be what we did last year.
Which was spectacular. I was there. It was amazing.
Yes, and we'll give more information about that as we get a little closer.
So get people a little interested.
Yeah. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. And the Alzheimer's Association has talked to us. We talk back and forth about the different things. We're trying to help everybody in the community, all of us. We're all helping the same people.
And they're going to be on the show here in a little bit. So,
yes.
Are there any?
She's great.
Any events coming up that talk about health for, seniors, like physical activity? Because I see a lot of seniors 55 and over at the gym.
Yeah.
And that seems to be popular.
Yep. The Senior Housing and Info Fair on the 29th, on the 29th at the regional market. They'll have different programs there. They have some gyms, some boxing programs, different activities for younger and older people that they can participate in. So they'll touch on some of that health. They also have usually, some lawyers that talk about getting your stuff in order when you're younger. You can't wait, and some of those things. So
it's very important. The physical activity is so important.
It is.
Walking clubs. Do they still do the walking thing over at the Destiny? I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't know if they do that anymore.
It used to be a big deal. When malls first popped up, that was, I know my father-in-law was part of that years ago.
Yeah.
Real quick, you still looking for a little help if anybody's interested?
We're always looking for good help. We have some employees that have some openings right now, but they don't necessarily always fit the openings that we have. And we have some caregivers who may not be the right match for some of the openings we have because of different types of skills that are needed.
So in that senior space, SyracuseSenior.com, Sheila Ohstrom, 469-1000, and lots of information, and you're a great resource.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great rest of the day, hon.
All right,
All right. Coming up next, Emerson Shenandoah, the director of the Ska-nonh Center right here in Syracuse. We'll get all the details on that on the local show on 570 WSYR.